Oh, there it goes. It always does that to me. It clicks and then it almost freezes and then it comes on. So I'm always a bit like, oh yeah, I'm on. Hello, everybody. I was going to say it's good morning, but we're just about in the morning phase. It's the 4th of July and it's Independence Day for those of you who live in America. It's the voting day for our general election here in the UK. I haven't actually voted yet. I will be voting, and I do know who I'm voting for now. I sat last night and thought about it and thought, no, I know who I'm going to vote for. I'm not going into that, don't do politics. Okay, so this is the energy reading for July 2024. We're in a Cancer time, so it's all about going with the flow. It's water energy. Water is emotions. Um, but each side of the water energy, we have a new moon tomorrow in the sign of Cancer, so that's in the sign of water. But at each side of this new moon, we have two full moons, which is very rare. And these two full moons are both in Capricorn. So we've got Capricorn new moon was in Gemini. Okay, in the Gemini energy, it was Capricorn, but it was in the sign of Gemini towards, or was it? Maybe it's still in Cancer. I think sorry, apologies. I think it was still in Cancer. So that was at quite early degree. So that was in that energy of water. And then the other side of that, we've got the energy of another Capricorn full moon, which is actually going into the energy of Leo, which is fire. So fire and water, yeah, it's kind of like trying to balance itself. So Capricorn is very earthy, and I'm really feeling the Earth's energy. In fact, I've got some decks of tarot cards here. I've got 4 of them, and 3 of them are actually Earth cards, Earth Oracle or Gaia energy. Okay, I don't know which one I'm using. I'm going to be using some later on. Maybe take one out of each pack and get a message for you. So the month of July, I wrote down a few things. So again, it's about this energy of Earth, okay, with this Capricorn. Capricorn is traditional. It's very much about the traditions. It's about royalty. It's a cardinal sign. So it's very much about the old ways. It's like it's castle. I always think it's like castle energy. It's like a castle energy, and it's very strong. It's a very strong sign. I'm actually a double Capricorn, so I really feel the Capricorn energy right now. It's coming quite strong into July. So it's about keeping yourself grounded, doing your walking bare feet, yeah, putting bare feet on the ground, wearing bare feet, not wearing shoes, wearing bare feet. So getting out there, putting your roots down, doing some yoga every day, finding a spiritual practice. I mentioned this last time. I'm not going to keep going on about it, but it is really important to develop your own spiritual practice. So you get up a little bit early and give yourself an hour every day to either go for a lovely walk, spiritual walk, or do your yoga, do some Tai Chi, whatever floats your boat, exercise, do whatever you like, dance, sing, whatever. Work on your posture. Please make sure your posture is nice and tall and you're not slumping. Work with your posture because the 7th month is about the crown chakra and we've got all that earth energy. So it's about earth and heaven connection coming up. Okay. So crown chakra, yeah, I've said. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah. So the other thing, it's about last month I talked about self-healing. We're still in that energy. It is all about self-care, self-nurturing, looking after you. Put yourself first. And you're going to say, oh yeah, but I've got such and such to look after, and the dog and the children and that. Yes, we all have responsibilities, but can't we give ourselves just a short little bit of time for looking after us, even if it's just giving ourselves a little bit of a foot massage before you go to bed at night, light a candle, do some breathing, anything just to make you feel that there's that little connection with you. Otherwise we tend to kind of lose ourselves a little bit, and that's important. Before I go off the subject of self-care, I actually am doing a yoga retreat with it's a day retreat, a day's wellness retreat, Looking After You, with the lovely Gavin Carroll. I'm also a yoga teacher. He's going to be doing the yoga, and I'm going to be doing the sound healing and Reiki healing. So during the whole day, you'll be getting a little bit of Reiki, some balancing. It's going to be a balancing Reiki healing for everybody. So everybody that comes along will get that. Not separately, it'll be during the yoga or during the yoga nidra. So that's some really time for you. I've got information about that, which I will be sharing on social media. I am on Facebook, Naturally Libby, but also Elizabeth Jelly. So those two pages have my information about that. I'm also on Instagram, Naturally Libby 11.11, and there is a post on there about this self-care retreat. So if you're looking for that, looking for something next year, it's in February, Saturday the 15th of February. So that's something to look out for if you're interested in that. And it's a great place. It's at Lawn Derby in Leicestershire, which is really beautiful. If you've never been, it's just worth going just for that. Just on a quick cup of my my tea. Okay, so going back to self-healing, just wanted to say something. This morning, after I'd done my yoga practice, I looked on, it's a plant identification site that comes up on Facebook, and I'm on it because I'm interested in gardening. And people put up, what is this herb? What is this plant or whatever? And people come back and say what it is. And then there's usually a bit of an argument saying, oh, it's that, not that, it's this. But, that's typical social media. Everybody thinks they know what it is, and they make their point. Anyway, so this herb came up. I say it's a herb. People call it a weed, but I call it a herb. And it's called, guess what? It's a purple flower, and it's very, very trailing. It goes right across people's lawns. It's very invasive, and it's called self-heal. Self-heal. I can't remember its botanical name. It's in Latin name. Sorry, the Latin name of it. But it basically is called self-heal. So it's quite interesting, the story of what happens when you move into a house and you live in a house. Your garden will give you what you need, right? So if you suddenly see a different weed in your garden, find out what that weed is or that herb, look it up, look what it helps with, the benefits of that, and see if it's relevant for you or anybody else living in the house. Because nature is extremely clever, and it will provide you with your medicine of what you need. And I'm saying that for a reason, because last couple of years ago, I had a bit of a bad time with my lungs, and I had bad chest infection. I was quite poorly actually, and it really gave me a kick up the backside. I ended up being, as I say, quite poorly with it. And in my garden, I had the autumn before, I had plantain. Now plantain it helps the lungs. Basically it clears out congestion and things like that. It's very good for things like ears as well. And I did have a bit of problems with balance with my ears, a little bit like vertigo and stuff. So there it was in my garden. It never ever had been in my garden, and it's now gone. Honestly, there is not hardly, there might be one like tiny little plant, but there was loads of it. Now I've got all this purple self-heal. So I'm going to dry some of it. I'm going to make some into tea, because it started off a little patch, and then it's suddenly this morning it's all over my lawn. And I don't put weed killer down. I don't believe in that, and I really hope you don't as well, because it really does damage not just to the plants. It kills the natural weeds and medicine, but it also destroys our soil, and it's toxic. It's really bad for not just humans but for animals and things as well. So we don't want to upset the balance of nature. I think Mother Earth has got enough to go on with without adding more discomfort for her. She's a sentient being. She's living. We need to respect her. Okay, so self-heal. So if you see in your garden, have a little look what it is. If you look up self-heal and look the benefits, it's all about looking after yourself. I haven't done too much research because I only just found it this morning. Okay, so for those who don't know, I do have a wellbeing group on WhatsApp, and if you wanted to join that, leave me a comment below this video and I can link you. It's a WhatsApp group, but it tells you all the things that I'm doing over the year. I have 2 retreats which are both fully booked now. We've got one. I had one in October. Sorry, one in November this coming year, which is completely full, and I've got one next year in April 2025. That is now full. That was at Lawn Abbey. But as I said, I've got this day retreat with Gavin. I'm hoping to take a holiday to France next year. I'm not quite sure any details of that yet. I'm still working on that. I'm still trying to work out time for when it's going to happen. So that's something else. Couple of other reporting back from last month's video. I just listened to the video what I talked about, so I thought I'd just recap on any changes. I have been using my water filter with the fluoride filter in, and I must admit I felt a lot better. I felt quite clear in my head. I was getting quite fogginess in my brain. I don't know if anybody else feels this sometimes, but there's lots of like fog. All I could say is called fog, and I really couldn't think clearly. And I changed the filters in June, mid-June. I think it was the end of June. I cleared them out and put some of these fluoride ones because somebody had said they were putting fluoride in our water. There is some naturally occurring in water anyway. You know, it comes through the rocks and things. So, but it's something that is not something that we want to be taking much of, because it actually disturbs our pineal gland. It calcifies it, so it makes it hard, so it doesn't work. So your pineal gland is your intuition. So anyway, I started to use that filter and I feel a lot clearer. I also don't use fluoride in my toothpaste. Again, I don't want to be going on about, you know, things that I do and trying to preach and say you should do the same, because that is not my bag. I don't believe in that. I think you should do your own research and find out what's right for you. But for me, I have a natural fluoride-free toothpaste because the fluoride, do your research about fluoride. I'm not going to say anymore. All right. So, yeah, talked about barefoot, talked about talked about castor oil in the last video. I've been using castor oil still on my knees. Seems to be a little bit better. I've gone back to having a lot more green juices, cleansing with the green juices and adding things like turmeric and fresh ginger. And I bought a big pack. I had some vouchers from Ocado, 25% off a £60 shop. So I thought, oh, can't go wrong here. So I bought lots of natural things, and I was quite surprised. Ocado has a lot of organic products, and they have a lot of Marks and Spencer stuff. And I don't get any revenue from advertising them, but the offer was really enticing. So I got lots and lots of bags of ginger and bags of turmeric, and then I just chop them into little pieces, and then take a couple out and put it in my blender. And put it through for my green juice or green smoothie. I was quite impressed with Ocado. They delivered really well. The gentleman was so kind. He said, "Do you want me to help to take them to the kitchen for you?" I thought, "Oh, thank you so much," but because it was quite late at night, and he's like, "No, it's part of the service." Whereas you get some deliveries and they just want to just throw it at you and get away as quickly as possible. But he was really nice. He took some time to talk to me. And he said, had I used Ocado before? And I was like, no. And he explained how you can take the bags back and you get 10p back on every bag you give back. And you can give back any bag. You can give a Marks and Spencer's bag, a Tesco bag, or whatever. But it was so kind. And I definitely use them again, because they had a really good variety of organic stuff. I got some really lovely avocados, organic avocados, which are really mega expensive usually, but they were on offer. So I thought, I'll go with that. Okay, I think that's the lot really, what I wanted to talk about today. I still haven't shown you something that I bought a couple of months ago, which is my trampoline. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't used it much because I've been busy trying to decorate my kitchen, and it's just shoved underneath the bench there, and it's a bit in the way really, but I need to get that out. I'm drawn to do some cards from this deck, and this is the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay, so let me just get the all the cards up. This is quite a big deck. It's something like 70 odd cards in here. Yeah, 78 cards. There is a book with it. I'm not going to read the book. The Earth cards were there. They were telling me just to make their point that the Earth is in need of being looked after. So please respect the Earth. I know you people that listen to these channels, they do. You know, it's the other people that throw things out the window when they're out their cars, and you find, you know, just bags of rubbish everywhere, and it's really quite disrespectful, really. You know, don't want to slag off people, but you know, it's what it is. Oh, okay. I wasn't actually asking a question, but that's come out. I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, so that's quite a nice little card. I won't tell you what it is right now. So I'm going to ask for 3 more cards for the month of July. Let's have some positive energy. Always work on the positive energy. An intention maybe to help us to get focused, get us back on track, get us back onto our road to prosperity and abundance and love and happiness, maybe new opportunities coming in, new possibilities, that kind of thing. I will be doing a ladies empowerment evening. Was another one come out? A ladies empowerment evening on the 27th of July, I believe it is, and that is at my local library, and it will be getting ladies together to work on tips and advice on how to keep grounded and how getting empowered and so on. So I got distracted by that because 3 fell out. Okay, so I'll take them like that. Quite interesting. Now, I'm not a tarot reader, so I'm going to read at the bottom of the pack, and I'm quite aware that I haven't got my glasses on, so I don't think its writing's too small. Okay, so yeah, so the ladies empowerment evening will be on a Friday night, 7:30 till 9:30, and it'd be really lovely to see you there if you live locally. We'll be working on empowerment. We're going to start off like a journey, and I'm going to try and bring things every month. We'll be having speakers coming in as we get into it, but I want to get people, you know, in the right mindset and get rid of all the negative stuff that we tend to have. And I am an energy healer, so I do work on giving energy healing. So if that's something that you'd like to join us, then that would be great. Okay, so the first card that I picked up, that it literally fell out, and I hadn't actually asked what I wanted, but it's the Magician, and these are related to angels, and it's Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. And I was talking about that to somebody the other day about magic. She was saying, she came up and spoke to me about something, and I said to her, you need to believe in magic. We need to really believe that we can manifest what we would like in our life, but we need to be clear of what we want to ask for. Can't just go, oh, yeah, I want magic in my life. Well, yeah, hello. What do you want? It's spirit was there, you know, the angels are there helping you, but you have to ask, because otherwise you won't get. The second one is another archangel, and it's Archangel Azrael, and it's release. And it says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. That is talking about that full moon in Capricorn at the end of July, because it really is that time of ending all of that old stuff. Capricorn is the old ways, yeah. Then we've got 5 of Earth, because these are tarot cards. This would be the 5 of Pentacles, if for those of you read tarot. I'm not a tarot reader. I listen to tarot and things, but I'm not a tarot reader. Fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment. Okay, so that's Earth. Okay, so that's about materialistic stuff. I say I'm a Capricorn, and sometimes I'm self-employed. Sometimes when you're self-employed and your work tends to be a bit up and down, and this time of the year in July, people go on holiday. My classes are less in numbers. People probably don't come for so many treatments. I always find that in the summer people are feeling well, so they think, oh no, I don't need reflexology today. So the fears of uncertain self-employment, I'm being told is believe, believe you've got abundance, because this is a time maybe for resting, going on holiday, and having some time out, and not worry. You're always provided for. Years ago, I used to get so worried when people didn't turn up at my classes and they're on holiday, and I'm like, oh, people don't want to come to my classes. What am I doing wrong? I wasn't doing anything wrong. It was just holiday time, and I've kind of got that message now. So I just think, oh, people doing their own thing, people going out, and as long as people are well, fine. That's not. I don't have to worry about it. The next one is Knight of Water. So I think that's Cups energy, is it? The Knight of Cups, emotional, romantic, enthusiasm, contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and invitation to a social event. Nice. Okay, so for those of you who are single, you might find a new love. You might find, you get a wedding proposal, or an invitation maybe to a wedding, or invitation somewhere socially. Be very nice. Yeah. So that's the water energy. So coming in for the Cancer season, not just cancers, but the Cancer season. And then we've got the 5 of air, which I think is 5 of wands. I think wands is air, if I'm not quite sure. And it's full of white horses, or are they unicorns? Yeah, they're unicorns. How beautiful! I love unicorns. I went away a few years ago, and I walked down this little country lane, and there was this solid white horse. He was just sitting there looking over the wall there, and I was convinced he was a unicorn. He was just so beautiful, and he just looked at me with that wise look, An unwise choice, it says. Learn what you can do for what. Sorry, let me go again. A unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. So maybe there's a little bit of spanner in the works somewhere. Maybe you just need to be a little bit careful with it. It's one, so it's air. It's about, I know what this is about. Being a bit careful with your words. Through this month, we've got a conjunction. Can't remember. It's Taurus, isn't it? It's the Taurus energy. Can't remember. As I say, I'm not an astrologer. I'm not a tarot card. I just use my intuition. This is about this time. So I think it's between like the 13th and the 18th of July. But it's a period of time where basically get a bit of duct tape, stick it over your mouth, and don't say too much. And I think that's what it is. Review everyone's motives. Learn what you can from this situation. So work on a little bit of silence, and this is the thing with your social media, people coming in and going, oh, I'm right, you're wrong. Oh, no, I'm right, you're wrong. And constantly, like a dog at a bone, and then you see these threads of some poor woman or man has put a post up about something that's really quite, just a question. And then you get all these people coming back and giving their advice, and some quite rude comments coming in. And, it's getting very toxic on these social media sites. I choose to go on there and do what I need to do, and then I come off it. I very rarely sit on Facebook these days, go on to relevant things. I follow a couple of spiritual people on there, but that's about my lot, really. So I'm just going to pull one more card, an overall card. Let's go with an overall card for the month, and we're going to go with these ones. We've used these last month, and these are the Gaia Oracle. So these are lovely cards, and these also have a lovely message. So we're just going to ask for one card, and then I can get on with my more afternoon, get some sewing done. I'm doing some sewing for my house. I'm making some nice blinds for my kitchen, and get some lunch. I've got a bit of work later on, get to my allotment, do a bit of gardening, getting the earth. Ooh, there we go. Once for that. Ooh, wow, this is nice. Okay, so I always like to look at the bottom of the card, the bottom of the pack. So let's get a bit of light back on. Okay, so this one comes from that deck. and it's the energy of peace. I've got this beautiful yellow sunshiny energy, which we so need at the moment. We haven't got a lot of sun again, it's gone very dull. And it says, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts, bringing the energy of peace. Don't really need to say much more, do I really? That is where we are in this world right now, bringing the energy of peace and balance. Collectively, really, just being peaceful with each other. Silence, like I said, like with that other one where it said about the unicorns. It's quite interesting because they're very similar kind of colours, aren't they? Look, put them together. Got this little bit gold and the gold here. Very healing, self-healing. Yeah. So yeah, so have a look in your garden. See if you can find some self-heal herb. I call it herbal medicine. I'm not going to go with the not so that with the book with this card because as I say it's self-explanatory. If you want to know what the bottom of the pack was, it's jewel within a teardrop. Sorry, and it says appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. So yeah, it's just stay in balance really, staying in that peaceful energy. Okay, so that's my lot for July. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I will come on again in August. I am having some time for me in August. So I've actually booked some time off. So I will be able to sort of connect and decide what I want to do with this French retreat that I want to do, see if that's going to work. Have some time to do some writing as well. I want to get on and maybe put a book together, healing book about natural ways and medicine, things like that. Something you'd be interested in. It might only just be not even a book, it might be just be like a small blog or something like that. I might get back to doing my blogs again. I used to do them quite a lot on my my website, and I haven't really done that, so I like to get back to that. Anyway, this is gone to 27 minutes, which is a bit longer than I wanted to do, but anyway, I'll leave it there. I will see you soon. Have a lovely rest of July. Oh yeah, I've got to go and vote as well today, just forgetting that, I keep forgetting. So yeah, hope you make your choice and it's a wise decision, and whoever comes into power in the UK, you know, we've got to send them blessings and not put that negative energy into it. Put some peaceful energy that we can move forward and we can sort of just get into a place of harmony. Yeah, whoever gets in. I'm not politically, I don't really follow anybody. So yeah. All right, everybody, lots of love. Bye, everybody. Peace.